Today's topic is going to be how God works in public school. And today we have a very special guest here, my best friend Izzy.
Hi.
She's going to be sharing with us how she has seen God in public school.
Yep.
All right, now Izzy, how long have you gone to public school?
Technically 9 years, but also technically 8 years, because I didn't go there for 5th grade.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool. What do you like about public school?
I just really like how much different, varieties of people there are. Like, how different people with different interests can come and be alike.
Well, that's very cool. You can have some non-Christians and some Christians in there, which will always be, hopefully they'll follow the right path.
Yeah.
How have you seen God in public school?
I've seen God. I've seen heard many people mention, at my school at least, going to church and just liking going to church every Sunday. I have a lot of people I know that do go to church every Sunday, but we also have a newly found Christian club.
That's really cool. How can you show the love of God at school?
You can show the love by maybe bringing your friends to church and maybe youth group if your church does that. I know one time I've brought my friend to youth group with me and we had a blast.
That's cool. I brought you and now you brought a friend.
Yeah.
We should keep that chain going.
Yes, we really should.
Why is it important to be a light at public school?
It's important to show people the way and help them,
Guide them through it?
yeah, and be there for them.
Yeah, because nobody wants to be alone.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a fun process to be alone and you don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
When was the time you showed one of your friends at public school God?
Like I said, the time I brought my friend to church, she had a lot of fun, but also just telling my friends about youth group, and I've been trying to get more friends to come and go to youth group with me. So, yeah.
Well, that's cool. Do you see God's work in your friend group?
I think, yeah, maybe. My friend group is definitely a little crazy, so it's harder to get them tamed.
Tamed?
But, yeah, I think a lot of them, they're going down a good path.
Well, that's very good. Do you think your friends at school have a Christianity relationship with God?
I know a few of them do go to the church by my school, but I don't think a lot of them actually do, but they are definitely willing if somebody will take them to go to church. So.
All right, now this is kind of like the same question we just asked, but how many do you think at your school? How many kids do you think go to church?
I think there's a good amount of kids that go to my church. I'd say if we're counting just my grade, maybe 20, 30.
Well, that's very good. How much do you think in the entire school?
Entire school, I say with a lot of younger kids, maybe say meet myself in the middle, maybe 500.
Well, that's actually really cool. That's a lot.
Yeah.
If they do you think you've been a good influence on them?
I mean, if anything, they've probably been a better influence on me. I know I definitely have put some kind of influence on some people, but not that many.
Well, that's good. You shared the love of God at school.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good, actually. I'm really proud of you for that.
Thank you.
How have you shown the love of God at, I guess, just in the cafeteria during classes, passing periods?
Um,
I'm sorry, I know that's a little harder of a question.
Yeah.
But sitting at the cafeteria, let's say, how have you brought up God to any of your friends? Or brought up that you've gone to church?
I think that one week we had a really good talk at youth group. I think I brought that up to a few friends because it was definitely a message that weighed heavy on me.
Oh, that's cool. Do you mind sharing the topic of the message with us?
I believe it was about friendships and friend breakups, stuff like that,
Yeah.
and just having conflict with your friends.
Some difficult issues that you might have with some friends?
Yeah.
It's always fun to let you can rely on God.
I remember exactly what the topic was.
What was it?
It was Hate the sin, not the sinner.
Oh wow, that's actually really cool. That's a cool topic. So we learned that at youth group.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. You brought it up to your friends. Have you seen God work in like, let's say, math class or science class, like one of your classes?
Um,
Like anything cool happened, like somebody did a mistake, like some mistake happened, but you saw God work in there and it saved them.
I have a friend that prays for a lot of things, so she prays for stuff like her math tests or like any of her tests, and she has all A's, so.
Well, that's good. That's really good. That's how God works. If you believe in Him, He can make all things happen.
Yeah.
So, have you seen God work, like just like in random things in school? Like just randomly, like you'll just see like something and be like, wow, that's something that God did.
I know before when I was having some conflict, I've prayed myself for things to get better at school, and we ended up going to the counselor, and a lot of things did get better, so.
Well, that's really good. Just like solve things, just solve them
Yeah.
with people you can trust. And sometimes, like Satan has brought in some people that aren't good influences on our lives, but we're afraid to lose them
Yeah.
because it's like a daily habit to see them,
Yeah.
especially at school, and like be friends with them. Because sometimes if they're in like the popular crowd, you want to be a part of it.
Yeah. Especially some of those people weigh like a heavy influence on you. You may not be able to be yourself. So like sometimes if you pray hard enough, maybe a different person will come in your life who's really right for you.
Yeah, it's really good. Just like us.
Yeah.
We started in preschool and we've gone all the way up.
Yep.
It's really cool that when we were younger, we used to go to the same public school.
Preschool.
Preschool? No, we also went to the same public school.
Yeah.
All right, well, the verse of today is Mark 12:31. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Do you have any comments on that?
I think it's definitely very true. You should kind of like the golden rule, treat others how you want to be treated, love your neighbor like you love yourself. I think, yeah, just like show people what makes you happy and like how they can be happy by it too.
Well, that's really cool. It's like the golden rule, yeah.
Yeah.
Treat others how you want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun if somebody's over here treating you bad and then you have to deal with it.
Especially if somebody's alone and they don't have anybody. You gotta love your neighbor like you love yourself.
Yeah. I know at where I used to live, we weren't like close friends with our neighbors, but we still treated them with respect.
Yeah.
We still definitely like, if you could pull into the car, like with your car, if you could pull in any more that we would just to save them, like quick castle in the mornings. Like just to save them, quick moment. Like you gotta love your neighbor as you would love yourself.
Yeah.
And you would hope that somebody would do that for you.
I have a few questions for you.
All right, let's do this.
I do know you go to private school. So how has God been shown in your private school?
Let's see. In our classes, we have lunch, PE, and then we have Bible class, which is like special unit. And sometimes we watch in The Chosen while we do it, or sometimes me and my teacher have just she's asked everybody to like pray for a certain topic, and it just feels nicer because we have somebody we can rely on for that.
Have you ever bonded over God with somebody at your school?
Let's see. My friend, we're really close friends, and I actually met her at church, and we were just talking, and I found out that she goes to the school I'm going to, and I thought it was really cool.
That's good. You guys get to connect in two ways. You get to go to church together, you get to go to school together.
Yeah, in fact, last Sunday I actually saw her.
That's nice.
So now, how have you bonded with God at public school?
I don't know if this would be considered bonding, but my friends that are in the Christian club were going around talking about joining it, and me and my friend kind of talked about the youth groups we go to and like the differences and like what we do there. So
Oh, that's really cool. We should invite some people to come to ours.
yeah, we should definitely.
That'd be cool to see some new faces around there.
I definitely have somebody in mind.
Oh, that'll be cool. You should bring them next Friday.
I will.
So, Just basically in basic school, you just go through, or your passing day, you talk to your friends, you
Yeah.
just casually do your day. How would you think a difference would be if somebody just like randomly changed the topic and started talking about God?
I think it'd be kind of shocking because I know that's not like a big topic at my school just being casual public school, but like I think a lot of people might like walk in, listen in, be like focused on the conversation because when people talk about that, it's really hard to just walk away and ignore it.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like at my school, we were just like having a normal conversation, and my friend just casually brought up like, yeah, God did this for her, and we thought that was really cool because like she's not like a super big influence on God, but she started like going to church more, and she started doing that. And we thought it was really cool that she's starting to bring up God, just like in casual conversations.
That's really good.
So now, just basically in like when you're at school, like on the playground, do you hear like other kids talking about God? Or is it like maybe a common thing or like a cool pop-up thing that might happen?
I think it's more so of a cool pop-up thing that might happen. I've mentioned this like 50 times now, but my friends at the playground trying to get each other to join the Christian club was a little shocking because I had like walked down from break and I get somebody in my face and he goes, "Have you heard about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?"
I love that. You mind telling us more about this Christian club?
All I know is they do like a little message and then free pizza and candy and games.
Well, that's cool. At least like just like a quick prayer or something in there could be like a life-changing thing for somebody.
Yeah.
Just like it's really cool that your school offers that.
And I know at the high school I'm going to, they have a Christian thing too, so I might be joining that.
Now, do you have any one of your like teachers that you feel like you can trust and talk to God about and like just feel like you can relate with them somehow?
My newspaper teacher, we make the newspaper. I feel very close with her. I've had her, she was my homeroom teacher last year. I had her for the first 2 hours of the day, the whole year. And now I have her this year, so I feel very close with her. Even though she was a new teacher last year, I feel like I can tell her almost anything.
That's really cool. It's like me and my math teacher.
Yeah.
I feel like I can talk to her about anything and any topic, and sometimes she's offered to pray for me if anything has happened, because sometimes like some things happen, she can't really control that. What I could really do is just pray for it.
Yeah.
So let's see. Just like a random question, a random question off the top of my head. Would you rather have pancakes or waffles? Like a quick icebreaker question.
See, I've burnt waffles before, and I've had cold waffles before. So, but when they're cooked right, they're really good. But also, your mom's pancakes are really good. So I think I'm going to go with her chocolate chip pancakes.
They're so good. I have no doubt in that. All right, well, back to the questions. I've like just in school, like casually, have you seen just casually at school? Have you seen like just somebody randomly like been like, "Hey, this has happened at my church"?
There's this girl in my class. I'm not gonna obviously say any names, but we were sitting at a table in science and she was talking about, I don't know if this is necessarily a good thing, but she was talking about a friend that used to take her to church and now that friend goes to that church, but they're not friends anymore. So she feels, but she really wants to go to that church and she feels she can't because her friend's there or her old friend.
Well, that's really sad, but you could always join like new churches, new friends, new community. Like it's really sad that she feels like she can't go anymore and that she feels like she has to be like trapped and she can't go anymore. It's really sad.
Do you have any friends at your school that you have brought to God?
To God? Let's see.
I know your school is mainly a Christian school, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say her name, but I have like we just casually have conversations and I've talked to her about God. And we just like bring it up sometimes. Sometimes we just like go over it and see like what he's done.
That's good. I think God really impacts people's lives and shows them the way.
All right, well, this is really cool. I'm really happy that we went over this topic, how God can work in public school and just in private school too.
Yeah, and I think it's cool that we kind of got to see the difference and like versus a school that's kind of based on learning about Christianity and a school that's more so just a school, normal school, don't really do anything there.
All right, well, thank you for joining us on God's Work Through Youth Lives. I am your host, Lily Sanchez, and